Hello everybody, welcome back to Civ 7. Welcome Angler Mango, good to have you here. Nice and early this time. Welcome in. We are playing as Pachacuti, we are playing as the Inca. That's right, I'm back. I'm back exactly when I said I would be. Hang on 1 second, gotta get something with my chat fixed. Alright, I'm back. Welcome in Matthias as well. Hope you're doing alright everyone. Yeah, this game's technically pre-patch, think about it. This is 1.3.0. I don't actually know if this works. Can I see Iceland? I cannot. They're not in the Civipedia. It's kind of interesting that it's separate to the game itself. Anyway, let's crack straight into it, basically. This may or may not be the last stream before the Civ Give. We got 1 point in each of them, which sounds about right. I've got to remember what I was doing here as well. I remember this city was pretty goated. It's got a decent sign spot now too. Better than last stage. Probably keep my 3 cities the same. Kahlua it is. Alright. And we got to consider, I have not played the Inca in a very long time. Despite, you'd think pairing quite well with Pachacuti, and they do. I don't tend to play them very often. Now, what I'm quite curious about here is how realistic is it to finish the economic path as them? Inca probably one of, if not the best Civ finishing the economic legacy path. But on this speed, I'm not sure. So keen to try that out. We need to have a look at some of this. We got no diplomatic points last stage, which is upsetting, so we can't get this. If you never played the Inca, they're pretty fun. They are fun. I'm just not sure how good they are. We got no culture points. So I'm inclined to go for this one. Take our 1 science point. And we'll also take our 1 economic point. Which one do we want 2 of? Probably science, considering we're going science. Economic is really, this is like the best tree, but particularly if you get down to this. Have you messed around with Saida and Iceland yet? I haven't actually, no. Iceland, Iceland looks by far and away the most fun. Saida does not look fun at all. I think she looks boring and bad, is how I would describe Saida. Ottomans, I've been seeing a lot of people quite enjoying them. At the very least, I've been seeing a lot of people get really fast culture wins with them, which is exactly what Civ 7 needed, was faster culture wins. Wow, I got a lot of specialists last stage. 12 specialists. I really want this. So we'll move our way down here. Gotta get this. This is interesting, considering I'm playing the Inca. Have you played them yet, Angler Mango? I think I saw you messing around in the Discord with potentially, I think it was Iceland. Maybe with Saida, but what are your thoughts so far? Is he any good? I think I just purchased that stone cutter. I did. That's fine. This is continents and islands. I could see one here. Anyway, I can see one. No, I can't. Where's my boat? My boat is here, so my boat can potentially find some land. It's a really solid bazaar, though. Next to a volcano. Put it over this farm. I'm surprised I didn't get this last stage, to be honest. Hang on, I missed a few messages in the chat. Sorry, YouTube's changed their whole like streaming interface. It's a bit jarring. For me, I value speed in the modern age. The Ottomans are really good with that. Sight is better than you think. Free enable units into cultural influence is really powerful. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it is. I mean, I'll play probably in like the next game potentially. It's not the Civ give. Iceland's a good Civ. The new world bonus didn't come into play at all with me since I played Tonga in Antiquity, but the UU was really powerful. I'm wondering who to play Iceland with. Catherine could be fun with great work bonuses. I think Catherine seems like a natural fit. Well, you might be a bit isolated in the tundra, potentially. Let's get a few merchants going, actually. Yeah, let's get at least 2. We'll go from there. We'll come back to that settler, although we should be settling. Maybe in Cusco. So we'll chuck these in the capital. Food is too good. Pick food. But yeah, the Viking spam looks really strong. The Vikings look really good overall from what I've seen. I was watching Paisley's stream earlier today and they look good. I like the idea of not having to play anything with missionaries. Ignoring religion seems pretty good to me. I hadn't actually thought about if I have any settlements next to mountains. 1, 2... Man, this city can't even... That's a volcano. Volcanoes count as wonders. Mountains? Right? So I should, in theory, be able to get this city online. Let's go for piety first, probably. And we'll have to take those 2. No choice, really. They've really messed around with pillaging before, so it's really fun. Yeah, pillaging is a lot worse than it was in Civ 6. Pillaging was extremely strong in Civ 6. I don't get that same vibe from Civ 7, but maybe they are. Like, Bulgaria makes use of it, and it looks like Iceland makes use of it as well, so looks like a win overall. Just go in there, that's fine. Stay where you are. All in all, a pretty speedy turn 1, actually. Looking around, we do have 2, 3 scientific city-states. I actually really want one of these scouts. I was talking on the Discord with Face Plunger, and he's totally sold me, like within like 2 messages, that scouts are just better than boats for a large part of scouting. Send you up here. So all units, I mean, especially these Incan Scouts. These Incan Scouts are crazy, but all units can only move one tile at a time anyway in deep ocean. So why not just take Scouts, which can then embark onto the land, that is. I've played Civ 7 a fair bit, but I'm afraid of towns. I feel like I need to wait for too long for it to grow before making it to a specialized town. Got any advice on when and what to make? Yeah, definitely. And welcome in, Storm. Now, I'm playing on abbreviated speed with online speed in abbreviated ages. This is I'm replicating the Civ Give multiplayer game rule set here, so it's a little bit different, but as a general rule, to be honest, I would generally advise to just make them into make towns specialized as soon as you get to level 7, so as soon as possible. It just doesn't really... Put it this way, if a town's not specialized, it's kind of doing nothing. It's essentially contributing like 0 to your empire. Now that's not like strictly true, because you're getting all these tiles, you're getting, you know, the gold from the production, but the food is literally going to waste. So, I mean, I forgot to do it last turn, but generally, I would say if you're just starting out, I would say just specialize them as soon as you can, or once you've got the majority of the resources around them. So, you know, if you're level 7 but you're 1 tile away from getting to this Kowlin, you know, if it's not going to take too long, then build it out. The other thing you should be doing as well is buying warehouse buildings in your towns. So it's not quite like this town has actually grown to 16 pop. I've got, you know, granary and a saw pit there. Potentially that's a brickyard there as well. So you can, you know, buy buildings to sort of move your population around a lot faster. Anyway, specialize them as soon as you can, I would say, as a general rule. And as to what to specialize them in, I mean, it would take me like a whole video, but urban centers, resort towns, and farming towns are probably going to be the bulk of what you use. Hub towns are really good too, but unless you have a sort of a mod that lets you know what connections you have, they're pretty variable. They are strong, mainly on water maps more so. If you get lots of connections, they can be pretty busted, but as a general rule, resort towns are often very good. And you should be growing your towns. While you're growing, make sure you get tiles that have a natural happiness yield so that they make good resort towns later. In saying that, I'm Pachacuti, so the rules are a little bit different. I'm considering going farming towns here. I suppose I do have a decent amount of farms, but the gold's probably too good. I'm just going to go a resort town. So 33 gold up to 51. It's really, really strong. This looks like it can be a farming town. I was missing chat a bunch here. Saida's mementos are actually solid. -1 maintenance on all naval units is perfect. And a countless Blackbeard's bonus, right? The additional gold from just whacking a naval unit on a fishing boat is fun paired with Saida's ability. Thought they looked pretty bad from what I saw. I do think the -1 maintenance one's like pretty good. It suits her definitely. But I think she had the second one she had was really bad. What do we got down here? Farming should do, I think, unless this is a pretty happy place. We'll go result town. There are mods you can get as well that show you what what each specialization is going to do before you specialize it. Some may consider that cheating, but I don't really. I think it's fair play. Let's go for the attribute point. But yeah, I would probably recommend that mod as well, particularly if you're learning actually to get a feel of how good some of the ones are, some of the specializations are. Like the mining town, for example, is like almost always just not worth it. Wow, this was a very questionable city build here. That's fine. Have I got a specialist on this tile? I do. Yeah, exactly, Matthias. I think it's information that you could work out if you manually wanted to do it every single turn, but nobody wants to do that. So I think it's fine. It's the same as like policy preview. I mean, you know, I could go around and count all of my fortification buildings, right? But it's just not, doesn't really add anything to the game by doing that. So I think, yeah, definitely especially when you're learning, like I've got kind of a feel for it now, I guess. But if you're learning, like for sure, you might think I've got a lot of mines, I should go a mining town, but there's a good to fair chance a resort town might make more gold than a mining town, even if you just have a bunch of mines. Resort towns are really good. I missed so many chats. I've noticed this, Evan, like you're scared of towns. Yeah, no, it's when you're starting out, it feels like specializing them, like, I don't know, like it's bad because they stop growing, and like that feels bad. But yeah, once you get over the 2 turns on cartography, once you get over the fear of like feeling like you're wasting that town, you'll be I don't know, you'll find that your games tend to go a lot smoother. It's just your cities will grow. I mean, granted, this is just for one playstyle, by the way. So, what the advice I just gave you, Storm, for what it's worth, is general in nature. If you look at some, you know, that's one playstyle, I guess. So, you know, a good sort of rule of thumb. There are other playstyles, like with Green Xerxes, focusing on unique improvements, where you don't want to specialize your towns with those strategies. You just focus on nothing but growth. And you get all of your yields not from specialists but from improvements. That is a very viable playstyle. So it really, yeah, it depends on how you want to play the game as well. So what I'm describing here is sort of going like really tall. So just trying to funnel as much food as you can into your cities, because on Pachacuti, I want to be doing this. Pachacuti really likes food. But it's absolutely viable to not specialize at all. Just do 0 specializations in your towns and grow that way. You just have to plan around it a bit more. It's not as simple. It's a bit more of an advanced situation. I am noting that because I didn't get the 2 military points, I don't get fealty for the extra 2 settlement limit. Starting to wonder if that's a mistake. Like, even if I'm trying to minimize my points, I should really try to aim for that regardless. Hard to say. That only gives me 100. Well, there you go. Yeah, I also kind of quite like tech. I like going for science wins. Like most recently did a 9-turn science victory. And yeah, I like specialist stacking. It's good. It's relaxed, I would say, as well. I guess I'll do this. I don't think the AI tends to go for this one. And it does give my science district to be a bit more adjacency, so I guess that's fine. 600 gold for a temple. Get that in 2 turns. 500 gold there. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that, Matthias. Noting that, like, I'm not a respecter of the settlement cap generally these days. However, in multiplayer on this speed, you like there's a you have to get through the gate, right? Of like once you get to that threshold where you're 7 over the limit. Also, that does nothing, by the way. That discovery where you fully heal the unit does nothing because any discovery fully heals your unit anyway. I think that's must be a I don't want to say a bug, but an oversight. Anyway, I don't think there's enough time to really get over that hump of like breaking the settlement limit, but eventually you kind of specialize them all and make it back into the positive happiness. I suspect that respecting the settlement limit is more of a thing in multiplayer. You just won't have enough time to settle so much, I think. So you'll probably see me playing... I mean, to be honest, I struggle to find the time to even get to the settlement cap on this speed. Like, I'm 6 out of 8 right now, it's hard to find the time to get settlers when everything takes 1 turn. Anyway. Can't just afford settling Axum, but I look at this. Why has no one claimed these resources? So good. Similarly, I want to settle down here somewhere, but... Culture player in Civ 6, well, yeah, I mean, great playstyle because Civ 6 culture victory, of course, as we know, is probably... it's the best victory condition they've ever done. I think Civ 7's science gameplay is open enough that there are quite a lot of different ways you can play a science game in Civ 7. But it doesn't... Yeah, Civ 6's culture is really good, Focus on walls, focus on religion. You could get the biosphere and go like renewable energy for tourism. National parks. So many good ways to play culture in Civ 6. I suspect the reworks of legacy paths and all that are a while away. They've kind of tinkered around the edges of... Man, I would love to have something better to overbuild here. They've tinkered around the edges of the culture victory, for example, but they've not made any substantial changes. And it's still, like... It's still pretty horrendous, all things considered. I guess I'll build this over here. It's a shame. Well, these camels yet, but I don't need to. I guess I'll start working the mountains. Curious to see if this does work. I get the 15% food on this eventually. Damn, they took icons. That's annoying. Do people have temples and altars generally? Probably will eventually. I just do the capital one. I just cannot be bothered. And religion in this age, I mean, these kind of stick around a bit. I wonder how... I never really thought about this, but I wonder how much people are going to let me get away with spreading religion in multiplayer. Yeah, icons is fantastic for being able to ignore the religious gameplay, which is horrendous. But I do wonder how much people are going to pay attention to religion in multiplayer. Because otherwise, something like interfaith dialogue carries over really well into modern. Feed the World does synergize with Pachacuti though. Because I don't really want to mess around with it, I'll just do Feed the World.
The master and apprentice.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy Iceland for that reason, Mango. Um, I mean, nobody likes religion in Civ 7. I say that, there's a guy, I do know one person who likes religion in Civ 7, but it is terrible. It is terrible. I mean, I'm not saying like Civ 6. Civ 6's religion was pretty bad too, but at least they had pressure in that. At least with pressure, you can kind of, be a bit passive about it. I don't know. I have... who has the most step pyramids? My capital, I think. I could consider building Serpent Mound. Nah, not worth it. Should be getting these food buildings up too, but some of these other ones are just so good. Let's get this going. See, my cities are growing very fast too. It's good. You can also fight with apostles, so having to spam missionaries every turn. Yeah, religious combat. I wonder if they'll bring religious combat back. I'm not convinced it's a good idea. Or at the very least, they should make it more interesting. Oh, this should go up straight away. Look at this. And when I get Machu Picchu, it's going to be even crazier, by the way. Again, this sounds ridiculous, but I think there should be, like, ranged religious units. AKA, they just need to make, like, there needs to be some sort of variety, I think, to religious combat, instead of just you fight with the same units for the whole age. And I know that having, like, some sort of ranged debater isn't logical, but if they're going to bring combat, just make it good at least, right? Have, like, great prophets that basically are like the commanders of religious combat. They should definitely bring back great prophets in some capacity. I'll be going for natural law eventually if I can. Now, monasteries. Man, do I want to go for the monastery spam on this speed? I need a lot more settlers for this. Maybe. Monastery spam is Pachacuti. I already have step pyramids, but there's a lot of places without improvements, And yeah, Mango, I did see your picture, yeah. Yeah. It's good. That's good. It's a lot of boats. Religion setting merchants want to be like Civ 6. I want all units to be able to auto-explore, and last but not least, need some cool background art for attributes. Like here? I think like everything in this game needs more background art. So many black panes. We might go monastery as like a second or third potentially. Not entirely sure how well I'm going to be able to pull that off. Again, on this speed, it feels a bit harder. Anyway, funnily enough, we'll probably start with... Well, no, let's get the specialist one first. We can take this one last away, so we'll go this one. Buildings. We'll see. I'll decide on that later. It's whether or not I want monasteries, basically. These all look pretty decent. I don't know why some of these have got different yields, but they look pretty solid. Yeah, it's true. The leader background art is really solid on the whole. You don't really see it anywhere, to be honest. Which is a shame, but it's really good. Civ art's good as well. And like, you know, it's so minor, but they recently added some like the little fireworks art to the celebration UI. A tiny change, but it's, you know, if everything looked a bit like more like that, it would be better. I did see as well someone added the unique victory artwork to these screens. You can kind of see, and as you fill it up, it gets more and more vibrant in the background. Like the contrast fills up. Pretty cool. Because each age has a different victory screen, but they don't show it in the game. So yeah, that's a good idea, Storm, as well. In a celebration, or your cities like let some fireworks off. I'd support that. It might make the Switch catch fire, but Switch is already struggling, so... my capital's not coastal at all, though. It's a bit awkward. I'm gonna get a few more settlers out. We should get districts down. Let's finish this one off as well. We can put our specialists on them. We actually should probably just sneak out a couple missionaries first. Wow, we should get that into a couple turns. That's fun. See, I'm going to full heal from this. Yep. So, again, I don't know why it's a narrative event to fully heal the unit. Every discovery always fully heals you, so... If you are trying to get across the sea, that is a very fast way to do that. I mean, this city's definitely close to mountains. Because I'm Pachacuti, I could settle on... like here. There's a lot of resources in range. Also, whales are back, by the way. They brought back whales. Not the country. The resource and the animal. Which is nice. Absolute production beasts are the whales. Gonna play some Saida Axum for... yeah, that's a good combo as well. Saida obviously wants to be on the coast. Axum is like the coastal civ. These bad boys. Is that how... is that the noises whales make? It's kind of like a... screaming sound? Tempted to go for something like farmers markets, but there are enough city-states around me that I'm happy to relax a little. I want to put a city here, but it's very much like smack bang in the middle of stuff. I think I will anyway. I do have a Shangjing problem though. 5 turns, should be right. Alright. And the Bulgarian music's playing everyone, so... everyone be quiet. Put some respect on Bulgaria's tunes. I need to get 2 more trade routes up as well. It's Kilwa. I remember you. Looks like I'm going to be settling pretty close to someone over here. Persia. Probably just going to do it anyway. It's like at least 2 or 3 good cities over here. Not near mountains though, but that's alright. Go back. Let's get the whales. I don't even think England has a great theme in Civ 7. England can officially claim to have the best theme in Civ 5 though, with I Vow to Thee My Country as their peace theme. Also turn 14 House of Wisdom there. So yeah, England got a good one. I couldn't tell you their theme in Civ 6 or Civ 7. It doesn't hold a candle to Civ 5, unfortunately. That is when they peaked. Again, I want to keep nearly up to 3 mountains. Like, I want the specialists, but mountains are good. Also, I probably could have swapped my thing at some point, but I forgot. Get our 2 more merchants out. One turn into education, so we'll just do that. You're going there. Probably over here. Fishing town. And you can convert all of our places. I feel like all of the modern songs are at worst pretty solid. Yeah, I don't fully agree with that. I think 12 gold. Who has a good one? Mexico's is pretty good. Man, I can't even think of any other civs. Prussia's is, I think, okay. It's gonna have great work slots, temples. And that is useless. That might come in handy. I think the expansion point. I want both of these. Take the growth rate for now. Get towards shipbuilding. And that's a very solid tradition, but we're getting to the point we've got enough buildings to justify Machu Picchu soon. I'm going to ignore this tree completely. Also, this tree used to be down here. Why did they swap these around? It definitely changed something. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I read that completely wrong with this. If memory serves correctly, I liked England's theme in Civ 6, Ancient Era. I can't remember it at all. Like, not even the vibe of it. It's been so long since I played Civ 6. What did it go like? Can you just describe it in chat real quick? The best resource in Civ 7. Man, that's a loaded question. Ancient Era, or Antiquity. Antiquity, off the top of my head, like flax, +2 science and +2 culture is amazing. Cotton, +2 food, +2 production. Quartz gives +4 production in cities that aren't your capital. That one's really good. I think crabs give +1 culture on warehouse buildings is really good. And sheep, +2. Anything that gives production is insane. And flax is the only resource that gives science, flat science as well, so it's quite good early. 0 out of 2 specialists on this. Gypsum, that's probably what I meant. Did I said quartz? I definitely meant gypsum. Yeah, gypsum is really good. Mangoes, yep, definitely. Mangoes are really good. It's a good one. If it gives 4 total yields, then it's pretty good. Like if it gives any actual yield like science or culture, it's good. The mango man? Yeah, that's true actually. Anglo mango. Mangoes are fantastic. Why did you just take 8 damage? Ah, city-state. Which I should be befriending. Crabs are great. Crabs are really good. definitely. Right, this city should be getting the plus 15%, I think. I don't know if there's a way to tell. There's like, I don't think that there is any way I'll be able to determine this, to be honest. I guess I could take this card out, actually. When I can do that, I'll test that. But I have 2 mountains that I'm working here and this volcano. But I'm not sure if this counts. That's true, Civ 6 did not have mangoes, so immediate L for Civ 6. And to be honest, better to put my little guys here. Yeah, definitely. Alright. Oh, we could also tell, actually. This place... No, it's not. It's not producing treasure fleets. That is a shame. That is a real shame. Volcanoes, if they're on land, count as mountains. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Mount Kazbek, but this one does not. Because it's in the water. That is a real tragedy. That's a lot of gold missed. I don't know if I'd call that a bug. But I think that is not intended. So I guess it's a bug. Again, I have way too much gold here. Let's at least get this. Some very nice food buildings. And the last trader, this place kind of sucks. Let's just take the foxes. It's not very good, but it's alright, serviceable. Oh, we got a terrace farm over here we can build. Give us a little event. Take the culture. And in general, if there are any terrace farms, we should be getting them up. Food's going to be going straight to our towns, cities I mean, so pretty good. And they are spammable. I guess the terrace farm's not actually that bad, now that I'm here. Never rated it too highly though. Where do I think the balance between tall and wide is right now? I love tall, we haven't felt the same since Civ 5, something is off. Civ 7 has definitely struck the balance the best. Oh my god, what is this? One turn. They're both, I would say, very viable. Probably, it depends who you talk to. I think there's just so many different strategies that work. Most people would tell you that with the most recent update that tall is better, so a lot of people are sticking to 3 cities. The thing is as well, Civ 7, like, it depends how you measure tall and wide. I could have 50 settlements in Civ 7, but 1 city and 49 towns. You should always, probably, as a general rule, you should always have as many settlements as possible. That is definitely true. But personally, I like to stay under. I like to stay on 3 cities. I think the balance is really even right now, but some people definitely do like getting as many cities as they can. Let's go that way, I guess. But I would say, yeah, either way works perfectly well. But personally, I don't like to manage that many production queues. It's just a lot easier to... Towns are just simpler to manage, so... I just settled Machu Picchu, by the way. Is this mountain number 3? Mountain number 2, isn't it? Almost there. I wish these accounts could go through mountains, you know. But yeah, it is good to hear. I think the fact that there are, and granted there have been lots of balance changes. There was a big change to how cities work in the most recent, or one of the most recent patches. But the fact that people are still arguing about tall versus wide in Civ 7, like, the game's been out for nine months, you know, 10 months, I think, potentially. And people are still sort of arguing about which one's better, which is a really good sign. The game just has a lot of depth, so people still don't really know what's best. Oh my god, this guy's... I saw this too late. He's gonna get this. Damn, what the hell? I think that was a hostile one. It's annoying because he's gonna... It's gonna make us, like, hate each other more. I don't really care about the city state, but... Oh, I lost this one too. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I went with the specialist one. I didn't even notice that. That's where all my influence is coming from. It's okay. Oh, we are getting kill at least. First treasure resource up there. Typically I have 4 cities. See, the thing in Mango is, I mean, it depends if you get down to this point. It depends if you're going for specialists, but there are a lot of attribute points that, you know, going from 3 to 4 cities, at that point you should probably go, like, to 5 or 6. So this one, for example, 10% food and happiness towards maintaining specialist, 20% if you have 3 or fewer cities. There's the big ones, +1 science on specialists, or +2 if you have 3 or fewer cities. Same goes for culture. So, like, if you're going above 3, you should have probably a pretty good reason for that, is what I would say. Because there are a lot of perks for staying on 3. I mean, again, it depends. If you're not going for a specialist build, then it's fine, but something to think about. What is that new sound effect, by the way? Is that like me seeing a discovery or something? It's new. Also, what are you doing? Oh my god. Why did I... don't know about that one. Oh my god. It's not that I'd recommend going with 3, but again, if you're going over 3, you have to have a pretty good reason, I'd say, because going from 3 to 4, all of your specialists are gonna lose a fair bit. So in Civ 5, I just did 2 to 3 cities, had a jolly good time, but ever since districts were introduced, I haven't enjoyed the game as much. Civ 7 is a step in the right direction. I think so too. Civ 6, it's just every single game, the best way to play was always just settling as many cities as possible. So every single game was the same. Like, you just settle as much as you can, and you just, like, the cities, everything ended up taking so much. The cities take so long to produce anything because of the district scaling. I don't know, and then you have to manage, like, 50 production queues, right? It wasn't very fun. Completely separate to the fact that I just made a critical error in my city-state befriending. We're just going to take a quick break here. Nothing will change at all, so don't worry about that when you get back. But while I'll be back in a couple minutes. While I'm gone, don't forget that you can scan the QR code there, or there's the link in the description to donate to the Civ Give this year, 2025 Civ Give. All money will be going to charity as a part of the give this year. So that's on screen, but anyway, I'll see you all soon. And I don't know what happened there. I think maybe my game glitched. So I've gone back a turn before I settled the city, which caused 15 units to spawn and turn hostile, which was lucky. Welcome, Knack. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my god, someone just donated money. Matthias, thank you very much for the $10 to Gamers Outreach. That's fantastic. Very generous of you. Very good cause. Thank you very much. And let me know as well. It's not very clear, but if you want, there's like the rewards there. There's a few people that have already claimed like naming cities and stuff on the day on CivGive. So let me know if you want to do any of that. It doesn't show up very easily. Anyway, thank you very much. It's very generous of you, so appreciate it. All right. Make sure I can see my screen. Yep, all good. Let's get theology now. No, I should really get Machu Picchu going. And keep growing for now, just to snatch up all these whales. Whales are so good. I mean, are whales like the best resource in exploration now? 5 production. It's like a barracks, you know. Pretty solid. I could have swore last turn this city was not converted already, but I think there is a new sound effect when you. Yeah, there definitely is. There's a sound effect now when you discover a tribal village. Kind of nice. It's a nice touch. I need to be befriending you. And now I can settle this city. Yeah, let's go out towards this. Let's just get a little harbour, because I have so much money. I should not have this much stockpiled up. Especially on this speed, like, that's insanity. Man, this is like a really good city for buildings, but really bad when it comes to non-coastal cities. Just feel rough, don't they? I should be trying to grow them as fast as I can. I guess that's fine, replacing the grist mill. The other tip I would say for anyone in the chat who does happen to be new is overbuild. Just always be overbuilding. Every chance you get. Don't try to avoid not overbuilding and keeping obsolete buildings around, because they add. I'm pretty sure this is still true. They add to your production cost. So you know in Civ 7, for every building you build, it adds 5%. To the production cost of all other buildings. So, but when you overbuild, then you get rid of that old building, right? So it doesn't actually increase the cost. So always overbuild, and there's always a card that increases it as well. Like really early on, you'll always get an overbuilding card. Always overbuild when you can. Again, it feels bad. It's one of those Civ 7 quirks that you have to get over, though. That it feels odd to like remove yields from a tile, but you have to be doing it. It's non-negotiable. Okay, this is where, like we said, I wish all the units could auto explore, and that's pretty annoying to have to move some of these around. I don't know why they're being so sketchy and letting us auto-explore whenever we want. It's quite frustrating. Get a sawmill going. Varies perfectly fine. And yeah, coast and navigable rivers, like, it's just being able to put down the harbour, like, all the buildings you're missing out on, like harbour, fishing quay, grist mill to some extent. It's just, it's a lot of buildings. A lot of buildings you'd much rather have than not. I'm just gonna straight up cancel that. I just don't want to deal with war. So, you know, influence is going to be very strong in multiplayer. If I can just cancel people's denouncements for 60 influence, like, is anyone going to be able to declare war on me? I guess with sanctions you can annoy people pretty easily too. So, the answer is yes, really. We are now at the stage where I need orders. Don't love using influence up like this, but seems a bit necessary. That is a fantastic island. Let's get you moving. Should have cartography soon, right? 3 turns, yeah. More trade route, and we are happy days. Where is this one? Oh, ages away, never mind. Would have rather to get that trade route, but that's fine. Rather have gotten, I should say. So my settler was going up here just died, which is really unfortunate. Because it's such a good settle. Keep taking the science where we can. And I think we're now... Well, no, now it's theology. We should build Machu Picchu now, ASAP. One of the best wonders in the game, for sure. And one of the perks of playing Inca, essentially, is you get a guaranteed Machu Picchu. And it's a big perk. Let's whack that. Ooh. If we put it in the capital, we can sandwich it between 2 really solid ones, actually. Yeah, that's very solid. Overbuild there to our production. Yeah, that's a fantastic. Don't often get Machu Picchu adjacencies like that, but that's really good. Finish the kiln though. It does technically speed up wonders by 10%, so it's worth doing. But yeah, coastal cities, I don't want to say they're the meta now, but there are a lot of advantages of having coastal cities. The downside is still that someone could invade you, right? But like you're a lot more vulnerable on the coast. But that's, all things considered, a pretty small downside. Because you too can defend yourself from the coast, right? So... yeah, coastal cities are great, especially if you play someone like Tonga. I'm not sure if you've played them yet, Storm, but Tonga are so ridiculously fun. And also, these new tags are great. The way they've mapped these out, like they've got science underneath university now, so it immediately tells you the base. Ageless as well. On these two, like, look at that. It gives you all the tags at the top. Food, warehouse, ageless, water. Production, warehouse, ageless. So it makes it really clear what bonuses affect what now. That's a very subtle but extremely good change. One of those things that will go unappreciated, but we'll look back and think the game is unplayable without them. So anyway, this city's now without much to do, so that's kind of why I went for a temple in there. Yeah, Tonga is one of the best civs. To be honest, probably one of the best civs in the Civ series, I would say. They integrate so well with Civ 7's mechanics. Just, yeah, one of the best designs they've ever done. And it's only because we have a mechanic like the Distant Lands that Tonga works so well. Again, the more rules you introduce, the more opportunities you have to break them. So it's why I think Civ 7's design is quite clever. There are so many ways you can bend the rules in Civ 7. And Tonga is a great example of that. Okay, this will be our third mountain. As much as I would love to do these specialists because they're insane. We got to get our mountains on. So that should increase our food and start generating treasure convoys for us, which is really good. Policies continue to be a little lacking. We can just convert our own towns, I guess. Sure, I can do that for now. And yeah, I do want to settle some of these islands still. Wow, there's a lot going on there. Egypt, Tonga, Hawaii. Sorry, Egypt? Egypt won yesterday. Tonga, Hawaii, Japan. What do you mean? Egypt? Was that a mistype there? How did you play Egypt and Tonga? Both very fun civs, mind you. But... Chips it. Classic mistake that I still make all the time, to be honest. Every time I see Augustus, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Rome over here. Like, I despite, like, and this isn't a criticism, by the way, I love Civ 7, obviously, but I'll like never get over seeing this and going, oh, that's Rome. Just the way the road, just the way it is. Poor Augustus. Okay, move our whales up. Almost at the point now I need to put the camels in. I should note as well, the reason I'm not putting these camels in, you get 1 gold and 1 happiness per age. So, because I'm in exploration, I get 2 gold and 2 happiness for every resource unassigned. So, camels are a good one, because if you're not using them, you don't need the slots, then you may as well unequip it. So that's why I do that. Someone took Parampara. Wow, the AI actually... I never see the AI go for these beliefs, but there you go. Parampara is like the best one every single time. I'm gonna have to go for Sanctum. Plus some relic slot in temples. The science one is so much better. I'm gonna have to note that down. Not getting this is really, really rough, actually. Okay. And I can consider Reformation, but I just don't have the slots for it right now. Go for diplomatic services. I don't know if getting these guild halls is worth it. I don't think it is. Missing out on a lot of stuff there, but I guess I'll just build more missionaries. I hate building missionaries. Okay, shipyard. Great candidate for buying, by the way. Purchasing production buildings is like the most efficient thing you can do, so do that when you can. Grab a saw bit there. Okay, take 2 of going up here. It's to the point where I might send someone with them. I guess this man-at-arms can... He cannot. That's fine. You can just go there. Okay, you made it. A little spreading. Just realized there was a really good trade route over to Rome over there. I did it again. Over to Ravenna, Augustus. So we'll purchase a merchant here. That's a lot of resources. Like an economic point. Once you get this one, like you're pretty happy. Take the resources, I think. That's going to get a lot better over time when I settle these distant land towns, so... There's that noise again. So there you go. I guess the other benefit of not building cogs and just spamming scouts instead of boats to explore the distant lands is that you can set scouts on auto-explore, whereas cogs... I have to bring this guy back to my homeland to upgrade him. Which I guess I'll do. God, it's so annoying. I guess we'll take the Nida. I don't actually need to go for urban planning so much. I should get some of these masteries now. Let's get the food ones going. Yeah. Actually, I have no benefit of spreading my religion to my own, to other people's non-capital cities, right? So those two are all sorted, so that's not what I wanted to do. Sure. So you can go all the way over here. And you are a new missionary. Christ. Go over to these distant land ones, I guess. Okay, another one, but again, we don't have the slots. So why you really need that slots on science buildings one. Very hard to play without. You have revealed a fair bit. Machu Picchu's up, but we probably just got some insane buildings. Yeah, this has one building on it, the kiln, and is giving 61 yields. The amphitheater's deprecated. And when I go to place this, by the way, watch this. 21 adjacency. Man, can I screenshot that bad boy or what? That's like peak Civ 7 right here. When I talk about Civ 7 not having satisfying city building mechanics, look at these adjacencies. This is the stuff that Civ players live for, right? When everything lines up like this. Incredible. And we're about to get our third mountain here. Or is this our second? Did Machu Picchu swallow one of my mountains? I don't know if it did. I'm not sure. I could have swore I had another 2 mountains. Maybe not. How good. Havana Harbor. Should I go for that? More, it's an economic attribute point. But man, do I not want to have a city in the distant lands. I just explored this guy. Solid city up here again. It's a lot of good cities in and around here. And Machu Picchu is just like gonna turbocharge my empire now. It's giving me like a lot of culture, which I'm not overly keen on. necessarily, but let's get this and then we'll go for urban planning after, I guess. Okay, let's purchase the shipyard again. And sawmill, though, is also really solid. And like, I should just be building everything next to mountains, right? So let's do that. And we can get rid of this fishing boat, actually. That's really good. To grow to a mountain, which now should give us, yep, 2 cities getting the extra food. It's really good. And welcome in, 78. Thoughts on not being able to skip navigation in antiquity now? Yeah, I did see that change. I think it's pretty minor. I think it's a good change. I'll say that. I think it's fair. You probably should have to finish every tech to be able to do future techs. That makes sense to me. Why? What are your thoughts? I don't know. It feels weird to be able to say like you've completed the tech tree when you haven't. So I don't know. It checks out for me. Take this one. Why am I making so many missionaries? What am I doing? Let's go maybe this way. That's a lot of units, Augustus. Okay, you can all explore. I think it's better to... Yeah, it does also slow the game down a bit, which, depending on your opinions on the pace, is a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's fine. Slow the game down a little. Cusco is already getting mountains. So, we could put this down. I'm not doing my science adjacencies, so it feels weird, but this is just too good, right? When that thing goes up, it's going to be absolutely nuclear. Let's... Where is our science one? It's there, already done. That's fine then. I'm happy to take these. Head back towards the whales. There's fish over here. There's a lot of resources around here. This is an example of where I probably should be specializing this town if I was really trying. Maybe I am really trying. No, I'm just having fun. No, look, let's see how this feels in the give. But the whales, though... I can't buy any more buildings. 4 turns. Doesn't seem that long, but it is on this speed, really. I don't like all this. How about a reconciliation? Navigation's like a really bad tech as well, like if we're being honest. Maybe it's a good thing we're forcing people to take it. Because unless you were, like... You would take it for Humunga Maui, but chances are if you're building Humunga Maui, you're Tonga, so you don't have to go up to navigation for it. And what else is up there? Like the lighthouse, I think, is fine. Like you don't often need the, like, you know, 2 extra resource slots is good, but you've got camels. You don't often need that many slots in antiquity. I'll support that. I'll cancel that. I don't know. I just think navigation is almost always worth skipping. So now that you can't, it's something. Right. Go there. I need a lot more settlements. I'll just purchase them over here. Snag that. But yeah, I will say the Incan scouts are so like if you're not playing Tonga in Antiquity, it feels like it's hard to not mention Tonga when you talk about anything in this game now. But if you're not playing Tonga in Antiquity, the Incan scouts go a long way to helping you out with exploring. They are that good. They really are. All right, look at the wharf. I guess down here. Happy to split that, I suppose. I think. So much to consider. Probably build a hospital there eventually as well. Okay, let's take a sneaky peek. Now this absolute beast of a tile. 20 food, 20 gold, 7 science, and 62 culture. Not bad. Not bad for one tile. And you may as well just keep getting these buildings down. Well, they're next to the mountains like this now. It just becomes worth it, even if the building itself sucks. Like the menagerie kind of does. Okay, we can get this city up to level 5, like, straight away. Such that we can instantly purchase a settler. And now we can go over here. Really good. Okay, I don't mind this one, but I would really love to get down here. And the warehouse building one's really good too. You can send this little guy around as well. This little missionary. It's turned into a bit of a culture game, all things considered, but I mean, we're doing our best to get science where we can. It's just, especially as Pachacudi, I guess, a lot easier to get culture than it is science. But we will have that beast production later. I'm on 101 culture on the bar, it shows 84. You mean like up here? Might have to like go to the next turn or click on a city, like do this to update it, potentially. Or is that just permanent? Sounds like a bug in that case. Man, I have a lot of gold and not much to spend it on, which means I should be getting way more settlers. But this guy's already close. That's what I'll spend all my money on. Settlers. It's bugged. Okay, there you go. She can't do anything right, Saida. I feel like, is Saida going to become the new Tecumseh, where everyone thinks she's good except me? Because, I don't know, I don't know why everyone's liking her. I guess, take the sides. At the very least, I'd like to think people would say that she's not fun, but that's so subjective. But she is boring, right? Her ability is just to leave your units asleep on tiles. Is that fun? Am I out of touch? Like, she's meant to be a pirate, right? But you're discouraged from actually going and pirating stuff because you want to keep your units just in your own territory. Isn't that weird? I have to build these damn temples for the slots. Never built my guild hall. it beats micromanaging them. I mean, that's true. I like getting benefits from not doing anything, I guess. But, I don't know. To be honest, I'm gonna say it. She seems poorly designed. The worst insult I can give. It just, like, if she, in real life, as I understand it, she was a pirate. Like, a really infamous pirate. So why is her ability all about not going and, like, pillaging? Why is she not a pillage leader or something, you know? Yeah, gasp. Why doesn't she do anything with pirate stuff? Like, your naval units that, you know, have the pirate flag on have +5 combat strength or something, you know? Like why doesn't she have anything to do with... They added a whole mechanic literally called pirating. And then the next patch released a pirate leader, and she doesn't have any crossover with this pirate ability. Her ability encourages you to not go out and pirate. Why is this? That's true, it would be similar to Blackbeard, but... I mean, that's on them for releasing 2 infamous pirates throughout history. Right, you know, one after another. That's on them. I don't know, something just doesn't sit right with me about that. And I'm gonna call it. I reckon in 2 years' time, Saida will have a different ability. I don't think she will stand the test of time. I think it's just doesn't make sense. At the very least, I can say, like, I don't necessarily hate it, just overall. I like the idea of, you know, you can go to war with her, or you can, you know, during peacetime, those boats have a purpose still. It reminds me of the samurai from Civ 5, if anyone remembers that. The samurai were a really strong military unit, but they also had the ability to create fishing boats. Anyway, but not on like what is meant to be a pirate leader. That feels weird to me. Anyway, that's my Saida rant. I don't think she'll stand the test of time. I think they'll give her a rework at some point in the future. Yeah, the pirate leader should actually use their boats. I don't know, maybe someone who knows her history better than I do, which could be anyone, could advise on whether that, like, fits in with her character, like, in real life. Anyway. Oh, definitely. I don't think it'll happen soon. I think it'll be one day in the distant future, Saida will get changed, but Simon Bolivar's, like, drowning at the bottom of the ocean right now, right? Like, he is in dire need of something, so... need another merchant as well. You can go to Ravener. We will do this. Okay, well, maybe you can undo a lot of what I just said then. If she's famous for providing a haven for pirates, then okay, I'm a little more inclined to get on board with it. I still think it should involve the pirate tag then in some case. In any event, I think it should involve the pirate tag still, is what I'm trying to say. So, simple change. You know, your boats provide +2 culture and 1 influence if they're stationed on friendly district. This bonus is doubled if it's a pirate unit. There you go. A little bit of, you know, a little bit of flavor at least. I know that would be quite strong. I understand that. I think that would definitely tip her over to be pretty good, but I don't know. Just need something. Just need something to, like, hook me in. I'm inclined to just overbuild some stuff here because even though these aren't getting any adjacencies that they typically would get, these mountain adjacencies are still pretty nasty, so I will get the skilled hall. This age has actually gone on for a bit longer than I expected. Oh, it's turned 33. I'm getting used to this speed now, I guess. This is a scary thought. That was a plus 16 total, by the way. I think that's what I was referring to before. I said crabs. Crabs are the food one. No, crabs suck. Turtles, however, turtles are really strong. Apologies to all the crab fans out there. That was wrong. I also saw some people talking today about the Kamai actually not being that bad, and people saying that Moria, they generally thought that Moria was worse than the Kamai. I can't subscribe to that at all. I don't hate Moria, I'll say it. I think Moria is not awful. Man, why am I still growing you? Let's get you some garbage and then you can specialize. Crab. Forget what I said about crabs. Let's just get all the buildings, why not? In a temple? We should get a privateer. I never just like get privateers. Oh my god, Shengjin got taken. Huh. Specialize you. Maybe I should be going for more urban centers, you know. Or what I can do actually is go for more cities and then make them urban centers in modern. That's probably the strat. Mori is pretty decent. The Kamai have two good bonuses. One of them's Ankle Wat. What's the other one, Matthias? I agree. Ankle, like, it's almost like Inca. Like, the Inca are good because you get a guaranteed Machu Picchu. The Kamai, they get guaranteed Ankle Wat, which is like something. What else is good? 1 gold on specialists, I guess, is okay. Trying to think what else. Like, their elephants are pretty good. Their elephants are strong. 50% growth in the capital. It is good. But yeah, obviously I don't get to carry it forward. But yeah, it's not bad. I have a fair few boats fishing town. But I should, especially with all this gold, actually, should make some more cities, you know. I should make a Havana Harbor city. You know what? I never ended up specializing you. We're doing it. We're going up to 4. What have I done? Havana Harbor. That's in the mastery, isn't it? I'll get that next. Is the gain X on warehouse buildings resource new? Yes. Yeah, it is. Yep. With the most recent update, well, I guess the most recent batch of updates, you could say. The naval updates, right? Tides of Power. Yeah, they added a whole bunch of new naval resources, so they are new, yep. And yeah, they're pretty good. Turtles are fantastic. Unfortunately, crabs aren't as great. If we're talking strictly power level here, IRL, different opinions. Sell there so that we can... Oh, well, next turn. I'm definitely getting sick of controlling you, so go and find your way over there. Like, crabs are the peak of evolution, right? Doesn't, like, nature keep trying to evolve creatures and they all just become crabs? Is that a thing? That's a thing, right? We can... Most of our cities are ours, our religion. Get all that. Boost ourselves over to the turtles. Same thing here. Boost over to the chalk. Now let's get shipbuilding and see if we can't get that. Let's get a hospital up. This is not going to have much time to take effect and grow, to be honest, but before I do that, we can at least buy one more missionary before we plug this in. And, well, turtles are really cool, to be fair, both in Civ and IRL. Turtles greater than crabs in Civ and IRL. Hate to say it, but yeah, I love turtles. Turtles are great. Turtles are very cute. That's the Finding Nemo worked well on me, what can I say? And we have a distant land city here that we can actually use for once, so let's do that. And we can also start doing this. Should probably plug this in now as well. The jade. Great. That down there. The city's making so much culture. I actually probably should have this. These turtles are probably better here, you know. I have a lot more ageless buildings, warehouse buildings. It's alright. Both clear the fish. That is true. That is true. I don't hate fish, but they're not as interesting as other sea creatures. Man, our culture really is taking over here. How does one get really big science on this horrendous speed? I think I should be going a lot more cities. That's what I'm thinking. Especially because I have most of my buildings up. I'm not that impacted by the increased cost. And I'm not really... I mean, I'm doing a really bad job at specializing some of these. Yeah, now my capital's growing fast. I should actually... Is this homelands only, this bonus? It is homelands only. Do I believe I can win? I've got to believe. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I do. I think, oh, what do we have here? That's because I'm not following my religion. Do that. Yeah, why not? I think Ursa's going to be my main competition for sure. Very experienced Civ 7 player. But other than that, not many of the other players have played much Civ 7. White and Nerdy has been playing a fair bit recently, I know that. That's something to watch out for. I don't really want to buy these temples. Do this though. I'm gonna have to. 5 more temples. And you know what? Because I need the religion, actually. Let's do it. So yeah, how hard can it be? Do you think I can win 78? Do you have faith? It really comes down to... Like, I'm just, you know, generally saying I think I'll do alright right now. But, yeah, once we get the... what's it called? Once we see the draft, then I'll be able to say with a bit more confidence. It's like choosing between crabs or turtles. I couldn't have put any better. Storm, that's exactly right. Yeah. We'll see. We shall see. I definitely converted Gao already. But yeah, put it this way. My thinking is, and the reason why I'm playing with like a quote-unquote handicap here, the anti-Machiavel, I think if I can go the whole game without someone declaring war on me and like really messing me up, I think if no one declares war on me, I will win. That's my thinking right now. I think I'm quite good at just building good cities and getting things rolling. I think I'm quite good if I'm left to my own devices. So I'm, you know, in antiquity, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this memento for the +2 war support if someone declares war on me. I'm going to try and get Gate of All Nations. I'll get my military point up here, in theory, and then I'll have, if someone declares war on me, they'll get hit with -4 war support. So I'm basically Harriet Tubman. That's my theory. And welcome in, Spaceman, and that is a tremendous if. The thing is, well, on that Mango, where's my list, actually? I know, you're all saying Tubman. Everyone's saying Tubman, but hear me out. I'm going to let you in on a secret here, right? And this is highly classified. Stand by. Why did that not work? Hang on. All right. So, I have been plotting out my picks for the Civ Give, right? I don't know if any of you were in the last stream, you may have seen some of this, but this is what I'm thinking broadly would be. So it's one, I put 10 in here, but I'm going to get one of these 8, right? Depending on, which order we pick in. These are the leaders I think will give me the best chance of winning. Now, noting that I'm going to be going for a science victory, right? Everyone's going to be going for a science victory or a military one, I guess. If those are the only 2 options, I would say. Pachacuti, I think, flies under the radar quite a bit. But I can't think of anyone else who's a better science leader. Like Benjamin Franklin, potentially, is not bad, I think. But Harriet Tubman's way down here. I do think that if I pick Harriet Tubman, then you're right. Like, I probably will. No one will declare war on me. But I do also think that then I just have no bonuses. So I don't know. I mean, you get the spying stuff, right? But I don't know. I think I can just, I guess, put it this way. If I pick Harriet Tubman, I get +1 memento, because then I don't have to take that anti-Machiavel one. So I guess that's worth considering. But either way, I've got it down here at number 10 as like a probably won't pick her unless it's like, unless I'm getting the vibe it's going to be an aggressive game. But because I don't know who I'm going to spawn next to, I can't really say. But yeah, that's where we're at. And then I've got, like, depending on the civ we get, who to pick, but these aren't complete yet. This is the top part here is work in progress. I'm more interested in this at the moment. Suffice to say, though, Maya, Egypt can get knocked down now. I don't really care about Egypt as much. Still great, but Maya would be the obvious pick. Assyria, Mississippi. I did do Pachacuti's one. So let's do this and do this up here. So yeah, if I can get like Pachacuti, Maya, Mississippi, Assyria, I'd be pretty happy. Even Tonga, I think, I'd be pretty happy with all those. So that's where we're at. Don't tell anyone. Don't leak this to the other Civ Give players. So the draft works. So it's a random wheel. So a random wheel is spun. There's 8 of us. And if I get to pick my leader first, then I pick my civ 8th. And vice versa, if I, pick my leader 7th, then I get to pick my civ 2nd. And once a leader or civ is picked, no one else can pick them. Now, to be honest, I would happily pick my leader 8th if it could guarantee picking my civ first. I think the leader honestly isn't as important. Now, obviously, some leaders are a lot stronger than others, but there are a lot of good leaders. And yeah, tell them I'm all in on Tecumseh. It's exactly right. There are a lot of good leaders. Like, I'd be happy with any of these. Maybe I should move Ben Franklin up. But yeah, I'd be happy with any of these. Whereas civs, holy moly, like, if the top 7 civs get taken and you're picking the 8th civ, it gets pretty dire down at the bottom here, guys. Like, you can't see, but like, the difference in power between Abbasid and, I don't know, Spain got a good rework, actually. But the difference in power between, like, Abbasid and Hawaii, to some extent, or, like, God forbid, the pirates. Songhai's not great. They're not too bad. I don't know, I just think, like, or Bulgaria. Bulgaria is like a rough one, Anyway, I think picking a good exploration civ is more important than getting a good leader. I mean, we started in antiquity, right? But anyway. But yeah. Start spreading misinformation. Oh, and for sure, someone, like, I know someone will pick Edward Teach for the gag, and someone will take the pirates because it's funny to watch. It's chaotic. I'll probably get like a settler stolen at some point because I don't escort them, and they'll steal my settler, and everyone will get a good laugh, and that's fine. So that's the expectation, which is good because, like, if they're playing pirates, they're I don't want to say sabotaging themselves, but they're not doing themselves any favors. Scouting this game has been a little questionable too. But yeah, so yeah, you pick your leader first, then you go in reverse order for your civ, and then whichever player has the least points, so then we pick like this way. So in the next stage, Xerxes would pick his modern age civ first, then Himiko, then Machiavelli. So it goes, the least points wins. The least points gets to pick first, I mean. There's also a bit of strategy there, but that's a secret as well. Maybe I should be going... Can I even get to future tech? I doubt it, Let's finish this off. And Havana Harbor's open, so... This city's going to be quite hard to develop. Just realizing because of the way things are. I can get a building over here at least. These culture specialists are just too good, though. Have an identity crisis. You're not sure if you're a bear or a kangaroo. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I've never encountered this problem, so I'm not sure how I can assist. I hope you get better soon. That's useless. Just need more settlement limit. Where's the settlement limit at? Social class? Okay. Build those ageless buildings. We definitely should get hospitals up too. Everyone goes through it. Yeah, we've all been there. Don't worry, you'll find your way. Oh, I see. I finally got the joke. In that case, actually, it's not much of a crisis at all. It's actually, I've got the answer. You're a kangaroo. You should, problem solved. No worries. Put it this way. Put it this way, Mango. Everyone's going to be cheering for Ursa, right? He's the big dog. He's the ex-champion. He's the man. Far and away the biggest YouTuber playing. He won last time, so he is. All eyes are on Ursa. So who's the underdog here? That's right, it's me. I'm the underdog, and everyone cheers for the underdog. Ergo, Mango, you need to be cheering for me. Hopefully that made sense. Because it makes perfect sense to me. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Glad we solved that. Glad we solved that situation. One more city to fix up. Their religion. And luckily the specialists are flowing in thick and fast now, which is good. That's right, I'll keep the mangoes safe. The mangoes are safe with me. Should have settled more cities around here, you know. I'm surprised we didn't do very well at all in the economic one. I guess there's actually a fair bit of time still left in the age. It's kind of weird. 21 gold if I place this here. Man, is that worth it? Gets rid of a farm, which is actually kind of good. Might just be worth it, you know. I should also like have at least a fleet commander. It's kind of, this is the kind of stuff I wouldn't get away with. I'd be putting a lot more units if this was multiplayer. Just in general. Let's build this damn bank. Nah, yeah, we never got any of our production buildings. Should definitely consider this science order. Reconsider this science order, rather. In a real game. Do that. Chuck a saw pit down. Sawmill. You can go exploring, say, all of you can. A little bit of missionary scouting. Maybe with Havana Harbor, actually, we probably will manage to, Oh! I spoke too soon. We've hit the 10-turn countdown. Okay. Righto, I'll take a quick break here again. As always, I'm obligated to say a QR code on screen if you want to donate to the CivGive, or a link in the description. But I'll be back in a sec. Thanks you all for watching, and like the stream if you're enjoying it. Don't forget. Alright, I'm back. Who am I going to play in the modern age? That is, yeah, that's a big question. Japan is the obvious answer to that. Kind of the only good science civ in a way. But I do think the Qajar are going to have a place, for sure. But yeah, I agree with your boy 78 there. The modern age civ, yeah, it's not as important. Like, Japan is far and away the best science civ. But at the same time, compare that to playing like Abbasid versus Ming is a really big difference in science output. Whereas Japan versus like, say, America or Qajar, you know, you could make it work. Not that big of a deal. So yeah, it's really just about trying to get a good antiquity and exploration age civ. Modern is only slightly important. Oh wow, look at Roma. Oof. Kind of need like 3 trade routes to this guy, but go for it. How the hell am I reaching Roma, by the way? Can someone riddle me that? How am I reaching Roma? Like, classic, like, how am I reaching Roma, but I can't reach these guys, you know? I did see that they say they fixed a bug with trade routes to distant lands. So maybe trade routes will make a lot more sense now. Also, is this revealing Roma's tile here? This you can like scout people's borders by sending your merchants to them. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, Japan would be good. I do think the Qajar, if I'm like somewhat significantly under my settlement cap, which to be honest in modern you do tend to be, the Qajar could be alright. The Qajar. I've played with them before, so I'm familiar with their game. And the thing is, if I've got a lot of culture like this too, the Qajar they're probably, I'm trying to think if there's any others, but probably the only civ that does actually help with the science victory from culture. So not a bad pick, actually. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. Because yeah, for almost every other civ, I'd say culture literally does nothing for you. Just gotta finish this off, really, don't we? All this stuff. I actually need a rush to get Notre Dame in time. Considering I went for all these specialists, Notre Dame's gonna be really solid. But, man, didn't expect to have to rush this fast. And getting dungeons up is really good too. For the influence. I guess I could, yeah, do that first. Getting a lot of gold though, which is nice. And yeah, Tonga, I mean, would be very happy with Tonga, although Tonga's power is significantly worse in multiplayer because there's going to be people in the distant lands already, so all the city-states will be gone and all the discoveries will be gone from the distant lands, so in some ways Tonga's, I think, a lot worse in this format. And I hate buying these temples. Gonna do it. Oh, where is this getting a +1? Huh. Okay. Guess I should buy them here then. Oh yeah. Am I gonna play Saida? I mean, at some point, definitely. Next game? Maybe? Maybe? I'm not in a rush to play her. Put it that way. Oh man. Rip Scout. Oh, so am I one short of economic. I shouldn't be one short. Now I'm many short. But getting to this one, oh, it is actually important. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can definitely sneak this in. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, what the hell? Okay, that's gonna make things a bit more difficult. I'm probably not going to finish this age with that much gold at this rate. But we can sort this out. Yeah, what antiquity sieve? Tonga Axum. So that depends on... This comes back to this. So if I get Pachacuti, for example, who I think I've got a realistically decent chance of getting. I think Pachacuti flies under the radar for a lot of people. I don't think people realize how good he is. People are going to be going for like Augustus, Isabella, Green Xerxes probably. Seen some people playing Ibn. But Pachacuti, I think he's low-key fantastic. Oh, sorry. Okay, I got carried away. Saida game. Man, I was about to say, my first thought there was, well, I'll play Saida with Blackbeard, obviously. Man. I don't know, who have you played again? Axum, right? I would probably pick Axum. She pairs really well with Axum, right? So I can cancel that again. Never found too many city-states. This will make them friendly in the next stage. I think that's worth it. Yeah, I'd probably Axum. I haven't played Axum in a little while, so they're reasonably fun to play. Just this, I guess. The lack of settlement limits, weird on Axum, but their abilities are quite strong, so it makes up for it. Oh, sorry, sorry, I missed it. I'm really bad at things. Thank you for following, Cyril. I missed in the Twitch chat because I was on break and I missed it. Welcome in, Cyril. Hello. Driving right now. When I park, me and my squad will be pulling up so heavy to your next stream. Add me on Discord. Are you a bot? Are you a bot? You know when they ask for the Discord, it's never good. Don't do me like that, Cyril. Don't try to sell me artwork either. If you're not, I apologize, but just the way you worded that sounds so too good to be true-ish. I haven't got these camels yet, by the way. Isn't that crazy? Just don't need them, do I? I've been doing too much trading. Havana Harbor is up. I'll take this. That'll be 30 gold next stage. Himiko's been very peaceful. Gotta respect that. Yeah, actually managed to get pretty friendly with Augustus, although he has just done that. Man, that is a terrible spot to have settled. I can get you over there in time. Maybe? Oh yeah, with you. Okay, this all works out. Go over there or something. I think they're a bot. You should ban them either way. Yeah. Well, they haven't responded, so I don't know. It's just I've seen it all before, you know. No one actually likes my streams, alright? So this sort of positivity, extremely suspicious. Let's go for the... Let's just sneak in the science building. I know that the culture ones are way better for that, but I want some science. I'm kind of lacking in the stuff, to be honest. Smells crabby, yeah. Smells a little fishy, one could say. I think I sniffed it out. I think Cyril was a bot, you know, guys. He hasn't said a damn word in his own defense. Disgraceful. Now we can make fun of him. He said, I'm literally driving right now. When I park, me and the squad will be pulling up so heavy to your next stream. He's pulling up tough. Also, Benjamin Franklin's just decided to do this. I cannot wait for this guy to pull up tough to my next stream. That looks good enough to me. Celebration, give me +1 more. Driving and watching streams, yeah, I don't want a guy like that following me. Sounds like a risky driver. Sounds like something a bot would try to do. What's those things? Like, are they Waymos in the US? Waymo, the like automatic taxi things? Waymo, viewer. That's what he is. I lost my trade route with this guy, which is like super annoying. Wow, he actually has a lot of units. Did I completely miss this army that had like landed on my shores? Oh, let's get an alliance with you as well. Okay, well, good news I've got a bunch of gold. Bad news. Most other things really, but that's okay. Let's do this. Don't have any walls or anything, so it's a bit vexing, but... Why did you spawn out here? If this guy one-shots my city... Oh, it's the barrack. Even though the barracks is deprecated, I still spawn the unit there. Well, I didn't know that, but that is really annoying. Okay, more knights. Damn, there's no way... He's gonna take this city, isn't he? He can hit it twice. Oh my god. Oh, ignoring all that, let's get Notre Dame going. Oh my god, by the way, actually guys, the Great Library. We've got to talk about the Great Library. That wonder is insane. You're not going to make it, so rip. That wonder is completely, like, really good, to put it lightly. So, we need to be getting that. We need to be getting that wonder. Slagging it off? Is that related to... I saw, like, just the... Please don't take this city. Please, 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 please. Oh my god, he didn't. I saw, like, one more turn, like the other Australian fella. The title, at least, was, like... something to the effect of, people are misunderstanding this wonder. Or, like, great... I think it was, like, Great Library, more like Great Disappointment. I suspect it was clickbait, right? Was that clickbait? Because that one is, like, insane. Ageless? +1 science? His Discord, what the hell? That guy's... Well, he hasn't played the game much recently. Well, very recently he has, but he took a massive, like, 6 months off. I'm surprised. He was pretty on the ball when the game came out about a lot of stuff, but he also only plays Antiquity. So maybe he's not like seeing the value that it can provide over the 3 ages is really strong. If you only play Antiquity, then I guess like fair enough, but it's not that good because it comes in way too late. But no, like that for the rest of the game, that wonder's insanely good. So yeah, in Antiquity, like you get it like probably it's like the last tech, right? So I get it, but to say it's bad is unhinged, I would say. I can actually sneak in a walls here. It's pretty funny. You managed to do very well, ultimately, on the paths here. We might. Oh, we're gonna get close, you know. Gonna be kind of close. Well, I'd hate for someone to pirate my treasure convoys. Isabella Tonga. Probably one of the best combinations in the game. Isabella's insane. Tonga's insane. Isabella loves to scout. Tonga loves to scout. It's a serious combo right there. What can I say? I would say one of the best in the game, is what I would say, actually. But yeah, what I was getting at, though, Great Library is going to be hotly contested, surely. My point of all this is that I think if I get... Oh, look how fast that was. If I get the Great Library, I would say my chances of winning go up a lot. Wow, I do not want to do that. But Himiko's been pretty good to me. Looks like World War III's kicking off. Let's do it. Yeah, if I get the Great Library, I'll be very confident in how the rest of the game goes after that. Again, it comes back to like getting warred on, but if your science is insane, one, it's a deterrent and people probably won't declare war on you. But two, if they do, in theory, I've got massively better units than them, right? Why did I take... I should have been a specialist. Yeah, exactly, Matthias. I think a lot of people are gonna, yeah, look a lot closer at mathematics mastery now. Is it crazy to just keep building these carracks? Eh. Let's put it down here. I don't know. Do your best. You should probably be building trebuchets, actually. Yeah. Just 1 or 2 here and there. And, I mean, I just can't be bothered to defend this, really. Gone with the settlement limit, Memento, Corona Civica, or whatever in the expansion's point to settle. Yeah, Corona Civica is very good. Just a generally fantastic Memento. It's one of those ones where I don't even know if like it'll get banned because everyone's kind of gonna want it. So we'll see. Try and sneak this treasure convoy into the city. Not rating my chances at the moment. This is so pointless. There's 4 turns to go. Why have you done this? Also, note to self, if I do pick Inca, I need to pick rough tiles more. I keep thinking to take the food tiles because I want them to grow faster, but if I take the rough tiles, I can grow faster with terrace farms. Also, I cannot believe this just flooded. God. Let's move you back a bit then. That's crazy. Yeah, great library in the age of cities. Would have been wild. I love that they released like a balance patch just before the Civ Give. Obviously they don't think they were basing it around the Civ Give deliberately, but it's like shaking things up right before a big event. Pretty cool. Just makes people like it's a bit more shaky ground, like no one's really got like a big strategy figured out like months in advance because everything just recently got changed. I like it a lot. So yeah, let's take these and grab a terrace farm. Yeah, making me get all this stuff right before the age ends, it's criminal. Should be. Appreciate this little Xerxes boat here though, doing the most. Let's get an alliance. You. 3 alliances now. This guy's getting slammed as well. Just do your best to survive. Oh, wow. Just want to finish the age, man. And ideally, a couple of paths too wouldn't be bad. We might actually finish all 4, to be honest. Right at the end. We should have this. There's military done. And then build this insane temple. Plug that in. Culture done. That's 3 out of 4 done. And then economic. There's a chance. I haven't done the maths or anything here, but there's a chance. Let's hit you, because you're in the water. We can. And there you go. This guy's whole attack has basically just been destroyed. Good job. Good job. Gonna worry about resources at the last couple turns here. Just get some ageless buildings where I can. It's super good. What antiquity civs give the best starts for Pachacuti? Oh, I forgot about the whole damage thing. It's less, well, to answer your question directly, Mississippi. Mississippi probably gives far and away the best start for Pachacuti. But it's less about that and more about who sets you up for the modern age. In some ways, anyway. But the answer to that is Maya. Maya has Maya isn't that insane in antiquity. They're not actually that good in antiquity. Well, they are, but their real strength comes in the modern age. And their unique district being completely busted. So yeah, I mean, I'll be happy with Mississippi. I'll be happy with the Maya, obviously. I'll be happy with, yeah, quite a few civs. Han as well, I think they're alright. Things considered. This one's capital over here. Nope, see you later. Maya, Inca, Japan. So if I could pick exactly what I would get, it would be Maya, Abbasid, Japan. Abbasid may be the best civ in the game. This is after they were nerfed. Like, they cut their bonuses in third, essentially. Oh no, they did get my treasure convoy. I think that's going to deny me that last point. Oh my god, it is. 1, 2, 3. I'm 3 off. Nope, I got one right here with 4. Oh, we did all 4 paths on abbreviated online. That's not bad. I'm telling you, Pachacuti Inca, it's pretty good. But in saying that, yeah, Abbasid are insane. So if I could get the Abbasid, I'd be very, very happy with that. A couple of reasons. So one, they are like the ultimate defensive civ. I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. I'm just making garbage. They're the ultimate defensive civ. They get so much combat strength when they're defending their cities, mainly, which is really good. Again, if I do get attacked, then that'll come in clutch. But otherwise, they just happen to have some absolutely insane science traditions. And that's the main thing, really. I mean, is this guy going to last like another turn? Maybe not. So yeah, they generate a ridiculous amount of science. They have a unique quarter, which is always a good sign. Their unique quarter gives them a ton of science. All ageless. Like, it's just so much going for them. They're just, yeah, they're the ultimate turtle down in science civ. So they are very much my playstyle, and they also happen to be very, very strong. Yeah, how's this cog still alive, by the way? It's weird though, because there kind of is, like, there's so few science civs in Civ 7. Japan is basically the only science civ in the modern age. The Abbasid are kinda the only science civ in exploration. And the Maya, like, I know we've got Han and Ming, but they're really bad at it. Han and Ming, they're just role-playing as a science civ. They're really cultural civs. Also, if I kill this with a trebuchet, do I get it back? No, I do. That's weird. I killed my guy over here. It's literally the last turn, man. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, there's so few science civs in this game. They keep releasing culture civs and military civs. There hasn't... I can't even tell you what the last science civ was, to be honest with you. Have they released a science civ since launch? I can't think of one. Am I losing it? Like the Qajar are probably the closest we got. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I don't know if there are any other science civs in the game. So it's, yeah, you definitely want to get one if you can. At least one of those will drastically help you out a lot when it comes to winning a science victory. Oh, that's true. Assyria. Assyria, I would say, counts, definitely. They're really good at science, but it's like through conquest. Maybe I should say, has there been a turtle civ? like any defensive civs, because there are a lot of military civs and leaders. Just about every leader they've released actually has been military. It's scary going through the what's it called? The leader screen and seeing how many have military in their title. Anyway, this was exploration. I will say my science is pretty low. If I got the Abbasids, you know, I'd be a lot happier. But again, this was kind of like I think I can realistically get Inca. I probably can't get I probably won't get Abbasid realistically. So doing like this feels like a pretty normal average game as the Inca. Also, I could have got future tech if I didn't go for these masteries. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, this felt achievable. This definitely felt achievable. And feels like I'll be reasonably set up for a modern age. I have 600 gold to buy some random stuff with. The dive yet. Yeah. The dive yet are really bad. Oh, well, they're not really bad, but they're just so... What's that? Someone in Discord said something, like, something to the effect of, they're not even that bad, but they commit a far worse sin. They're boring. And that is so true. They are just not that exciting to play. So... I'd rather they be bad and fun. Like the pirates. Like Blackbeard. Welcome in, Squid. We're just about to finish up, but thanks for stopping in. How is the age transition going to work in the Civ Give? Do people take turns again, or can you double up on Civs and Explo? Yes, yeah, so we do, oh man, we're just about to finish, but I'll show you in a second. Also, something just popped off. Welcome in, Alexander. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. Good to have you in. So, when the age ends, we're going to go to this screen, and whoever is at the bottom picks their, so in this case, Modern Age Civ first. And then Machiavelli would pick second, Xerxes third, you go up the list. So I would pick last, for example, because I have the most legacy points. And by the way, I just finished Pachacuti level 10. So it's pretty cool. Pachacuti Mastery. And on that note, I'll call it there. Who are we going to pick in the next stage? No, so yeah, Civs are all unlocked. I've got the rules somewhere, but I don't have it ready to show on stream, unfortunately. But, hello, Alexander. You must have been in one of those the old streams, hey? Where I was talking about this. Yes, essentially. I think it'll really depend on how the game goes, and I'll be watching, you know, closely how it all happens, but, you know, how well people are doing. Like, I don't want to sabotage myself too much to get Abbasid, but I'm willing to sabotage myself quite a bit, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. And on the Civ conditions, no. Yes, they're all unlocked. There'll be no unlocking, which I disagree with, to be honest. I think it's more fun to, like, restrict the pool. But, yeah, we're not doing that, so... anyway. And we're meant to... I'm going to pick the Qajar to see how they feel on these kind of conditions. Again, because I don't think I'll get Japan. By this point, I like to think I'll be doing pretty well, so I'll have a decent amount of legacy points. So I probably won't get Japan. Nepal, I guess, like, is it all... I mean, I haven't, you know... Can I tell you something? I've never played Nepal. And they do get a lot of food and production. Maybe I should play Nepal to try them. Some people say they're good, but I've always thought they were trash by this point. The game doesn't go on long enough, right? Maybe I should try them. Because I know the Qajar are decent for this. because they can utilize culture. I am working at least a decent amount of mountains, but I've mainly got specialists, right? So I guess I'll try Nepal. Now, mementos. Brush and scroll in the modern age, probably not. Note G will almost certainly get banned. Nepal. Damn. Yeah, I know. Matthias. Yeah, that Reddit thread was something fierce. It's so funny. Like, please, everyone, if you're watching this, there's 33 people watching right now. Please don't take balance advice from the Civ subreddit. Please take very little advice from the Civ subreddit in general, if you can help it. My god, there are some bad opinions, but they're said so confidently, and they're always upvoted as well. Like, they're always heavily upvoted and extremely incorrect. Like, super misinformed. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. What's the cooldown on this speed? Okay, I will play Nepal, just to try it. And you can place improvement on tiles not yet worked. Okay, we'll give it a try and see how it feels, because Hachakuti obviously does still like a lot of food in production. Like, it is going to be the science that holds you back, but we'll see how it feels, I guess. I'm not expecting like a turn of 30 win though. Anyway, Reddit is fun to look at and like discuss things, but as soon as you start talking about what is strong, you know, what's good and what's bad, my god, like, it's insane some of the opinions you read on there, and I don't really comment on Reddit ever. I don't tend to upvote or downvote. I'm just totally like, I'm dead internet theory guy, but yeah, wow, Reddit is terrible at the game. Reddit is really bad at Civ 7. That's my impression. Anyway, we'll keep on anti-Machiavel, because if we were going to get war declared on any point, it would be now. Although, oh, it's still working, just bugged. That's all good. Yeah, I'm totally judging. I judge them massively. Not daily Reddit lurker. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same with Ice. Yeah, I'm constantly, like, I torture myself. I'm always on Reddit. I read everything on there. I guarantee you, like, if you post something on Reddit, I'll see it. I'll see it and I'll go, uh-huh. I'm like a Civ 7 leader, you know, that just make, like, the grunting noises. I'll see it and I'll think, wow, that person's an idiot, and then I'll move on, and I'll never think about you again. Sorry to the Civ subreddit community. Docs Xe, however, what a legend. The guy who does the artwork. Incredible. I don't think Brush and Scroll will get banned by this point. Note G probably will get banned, so I can't reliably pick that. It might just be Brush and Scroll. Let's just try it. Okay. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll call it there. We're going to play Nepal in the next stage. We'll finish the game off quickly. And we'll be back. So, you know, as always, we're back on Saturday night. Well, whatever time it is for you guys. But we're back again, same time in 2 days. And then, you know what? 2 days after that, it's the Civ Give. One last stream before the big day. I get nervous just thinking about it. Anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out, as always. Great chats, great chats. Thank you very much, Squid. Take care, everyone. Take care, Alex, Matthias, Mr. Mango, of course, and everyone else who stopped by. Really appreciate it. 78. Can't forget. But yeah. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. See you later.